Going to turn over a new leaf here to start the program on this pre-Halloween Wednesday night as Williams cracks a carbless. You know, I give you guys shit from time to time and don't let you kind of bask in your sporting glory when, you know, your tennis team makes a run in the championship tournament.
That's called pissing in our Cheerios. You do it a lot.
Softball team, you know, beats Iowa or whatever. So I'm gonna give you the floor. You've got the number one ranked cross country team in the country.
Your softball team is those ones that kneel for the anthem,
right?
Okay, just making sure that's what I know about your softball.
Here, you've got 1 minute. I'm gonna let you gloat about your number one ranked cross country team. Number one in the country.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, you don't know anything about it?
No.
You always say, well, our Cyclone fans, we're unlike Iowa fans. We don't just, you know, support the football team and the men's basketball team. We support all of our teams. We love it.
Right,
you got the number one ranked team in the country.
Yeah. What about it?
You got nothing to say about that?
Where is this going? Like, what are you talking? Where is this coming from?
I'm giving you the floor to talk about your best athletic program at Iowa State. And you're fumbling the ball.
The cross-country team is like, they've been ranked number one all year, haven't they?
I don't know if you don't know.
I don't know what you're doing here. I swear to God. Like, I've been at this trick-or-treat thing with my kids. I have no idea what you're talking about. Did something happen? Like, because you wouldn't just...
Bastard.
What?
I hate this bastard.
Yes, like the entire team is suspended.
I heard 4 guys were. I read.
Wait, so you did know a bunch of players suspended?
No, I heard
the Big 12 championship.
I heard the other day that there was 4 players or runners.
They're playing running.
They're playing the running. I heard 4 players. The whole team? What are you talking about? The whole team?
You're just trying to ruin my moment here. I was setting you up, and you just totally shit on my parade. Do you remember
the greatest thing ever was when Iowa State's tennis team was playing, and they were on that, like, just...
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I thought that my computer was going to get herpes from the channel I was watching this thing on, because it was just like viruses and we're all just hanging on every serve. So, like, did more news come out about the cross-country thing, or are you just being
I'm just seeing it all over my feed. What's going on with these cross-country people? Iowa State's not saying what's going on. They won't disclose what's going on.
What is it about you that just has to just troll all the time? What is, like, is it a Dawn thing? Is it something about your upbringing? Where does this come from? It reminds me of the Seinfeld. Why do I take these chances?
I would like to know what happened.
You think I know what the hell happened with the cross-country team?
Well, you claim to be such a big fan. How could you not know?
I mean, if they're not talking, they're not talking.
Let's get on with the goddamn show already.
Good morning, oranges. Top of the muffin to ya. Potato salad. We still on for lunch? Great. Sliced bread. You're the best thing I've seen since, well, you know. Oh, hello. Don't think I forgot about you. Friendly at Fareway. It's more than just a name.
This game is once in a century. Be there at Casey Center on February 12th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com for your tickets to the 100-year tour.
Hey, Hawkeye fans, Big Ten fans, and Iowans everywhere. This is Chad Leistico from Legends and Listeners.
And this is Scott Docterman. Join us as we discuss all things Iowa and the Big Ten every Thursday, only here on Iowa Everywhere.
Chris Williams, Chris Hassel. Two Chris's, one network. This is Two Guys. Presented by Fareway Meat and Grocery. From the Channel Seed Studios, this is Two Guys. Exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
All right, welcome to the program. Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2025. My name is Chris Williams. I'm joined as always by Chris Hassel down in Florida. We are Chris and Chris. Maddie Van Winkle is producing today's program. We are presented by our friends at Fareway Meat and Grocery. They will be getting us set up for the the fourth annual Festival of Meats coming up this weekend. I'll send you all sorts of gory pictures of our meat. Our meat just all bloodied up. It's going to be an amazing event. Cooper and I are getting down to the Fairway tomorrow. You're going to be very jealous, Hassel. How are you tonight?
You said you were dressing up as a pirate. I envision you in like a puffy shirt with a parrot. I did not think it was just going to be an eye patch.
I do have a puffy shirt upstairs, but I didn't put it on.
You're not really going to wear that eye patch all show, are you?
No, because there's actually a real sensation I get when I do this, and it hurts my eyes.
It's hurting me just looking at you because I can only look at one of your eyes.
Like, it's because this eye wants to see, but it can't, and it's straining.
You look like that conservative representative. What's his name?
Van Walt getting all political again.
What is that guy's name? Forgot about him.
Full disclosure.
Oh my God! And now it's so bright in this eye. Oh my God!
I'm dragging tonight.
What do you mean dragging?
So I started this new thing where I'm setting my alarm earlier in the morning, so that I'm actually tired when I try to go to bed at 10:30, and it's actually worked, believe it or not. And unfortunately, that's making me tired already. So I'm going to need some juice.
Let's get your ass into shape. Let's go.
I'm going to need some extra juice from you. I see you got the jack-o'-lantern lit.
Yeah, I'm ready. I had the lava light. Got the carbless. Might even pop open a little steeple ridge later on in the evening.
Damn.
Let's go.
Put that eye patch back on real quick. I want to see it. There's some similarities here.
Who is this guy?
Hair.
Dan Crenshaw. Representative.
He used to be conservative, and now all the conservatives hate him or something.
Oh, really?
Arr.
Got the
He's
same facial hair.
war hero, though. So
is he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Respect.
did that in combat. I'm almost positive of that. But anyways,
Van Wink living up to his Van Woke nickname.
Welcome to the program.
I was injured in the war.
What the hell is this?
I asked AI.
Van Winkle looks the exact same.
Yeah, he does. And somebody said, "Why didn't Van Winkle dress up?" He's wearing his LGBTQ.
Chiz Williams, George Gay, and Van Woke.
Yeah,
I got my IMCA racing hat on.
I said, make Williams look like a dirt track racer. Make me look like George Strait, and make Van Winkle look like he's in an LGBTQ parade. And then fake Bob Vanderplatz went to another level with this.
Again, Matt looks very normal.
Whoa! I love the Iowa Everywhere with the pride flag hat. AD, get on that,
yeah,
please.
maybe you
It's
and
not
AD
bad.
can make some of those. I do
okay
look
with that.
like I'm dressed up as George Gay.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We love the Wednesday night crowd. We would invite you to participate in the comments section. We would really like it if you are on YouTube right now. Even if you're watching the show not live, if you would click like and subscribe and just be nice to us, because that helps us and it makes the show.
Are certain people not being nice to us?
I don't know.
Or you could be like
most people
Shay
are
and
nice.
give us a super chat like this. What's
Yeah,
up, Shay?
What up, Shay?
Shay, thank you for helping to fund Chris Williams' Halloween candy collection for
We
Friday
are in
and
the
Saturday.
Channel Seed Studios. Shout out to all of the seedsmen and women out there, the seed professionals is what they like to be called, because they just get in the harvest. Not everybody's done. Been pretty soggy the last. It is colder than a witch's titty out there right now. Just got done with the downtown trick or treat thing, and it is chilly outside. So it's perfect for them Sun Devils to come up here. This is perfect. Ready to go.
What was it that you said about your aunt last week? What? Yeah, and if my aunt had a bulging, veiny cock, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah, that's exactly how I put it. No Iowa game this week. Really interesting. So I spent a lot of my day with the TNT crew who's doing the game.
Look at you.
Well, it's interesting. So they are putting a lot into this.
Did JB and Golick reach out to you?
I talked to JB for about 30 minutes yesterday. I've not heard from Golick. I figured Golick will text me when he gets to town wanting a good time.
I told him you're doing the Festival of Meats, so.
I mean, that's right in his wheelhouse.
He said you had me at Meats.
Well, it is interesting because I think that the obvious storyline here is a Big 12 championship game rematch, but it doesn't really feel like that at all for either one of these teams.
No.
With Iowa State on a 3-game losing streak, and we find out yesterday that Leavitt and Tyson are both out for Arizona State, and of course Cam Scatterbo no longer on that team. But I think it's interesting on our rundown today, you have written Arizona State somehow is more of a mess than Iowa State, which is quite fascinating.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, it is as crazy as this season's been for Iowa State. But now you have your kicker back. You even have – you're getting your kickoff specialist back this week?
Supposedly. Now, the injury report will come out here in about an hour and a half. But Matt Campbell said he thinks he's going to play, which is freaking huge. I mean, that is – Matt got a little testy with the criticisms of the kickoff team because he's basically paraphrasing his press conference like, well, God, they're doing the best they could, and we can only kick it to the 15-yard line every time.
Well, isn't the I get it. It's due to injury, but aren't we criticizing the kicker and not the whole unit? I mean, it feels like it's a one-person thing because you're down to your third or fourth string kickoff
regardless,
guy.
The point I was making is how big of a deal that could be. Just a ton of hidden yardage in that football game.
This is not the game it was supposed to be. This is not the week it was supposed to be in college football. I remember in August when the preseason rankings came out and everybody was looking ahead to this weekend in college football. There were going to be like 7 or 8 ranked matchups. It was crazy. This was going to be one of them. Of course, Penn State was ranked number 2 in the country. They were, was it going to be 1 versus 2, Penn State and Ohio State? They're 0-4 in the Big Ten. And this game is just kind of a microcosm of this week that has kind of fallen apart in college football. And, does it mean a heck of a lot? No. But you can still salvage part of the season if you can get this win.
I think it probably means more for Iowa State at this point than it does Arizona State.
I think so too, because if you lose to Arizona State without their top 2 players, period, like it's not just their top 2 offensive players; those are their top 2 players. If you lose to them and as a touchdown home favorite or more,
because then you got to go at TCU next week.
Yeah,
right. You got to win this football game, and I would argue you need to do it in a. Listen, I think any Iowa State fan would just take any sort of a win at this point. But I would like to see, honestly, like, given the situation for Arizona State with the injuries, the cold temperature, we'll let Matt do our carbless report here coming up. And then, the kick time, like, this is all massively favoring Iowa State. I'm expecting them to win this game by double digits. Maybe that's not fair, given the recent circumstances, but that's where my head is. That's what I think Iowa State should do on Saturday.
Jeff Sims is not good. Who's going to get the starting quarterback nod for Arizona State? You should be able to. He's a one-trick pony. He runs the ball. That's what he does. He's going to extend plays. He's going to pick up some first downs, but he's not much of a passer. So I think they're going to be one-dimensional offensively. And if the offense, even if they aren't a heck of a lot better, they still should be good enough to win this game. I hope that fans pack the place because you don't want any extra reason for Matt Campbell to maybe be looking elsewhere. You've mentioned a few times the coaching staff was not very happy with some of those late season crowds last year, specifically the one against Cincinnati.
That Cincinnati game.
If he feels like the fan base is out because they've lost 3 games, you just don't want to put any more, if he's doing a pros and cons list to staying at Iowa State or taking another big, quote unquote, bigger job, you don't want more in the con list. I mean, you already have a big one that we talked about earlier this season, and the fact that Pollard is making them go play these ridiculous G5 games on the road. That is not good, and that maybe that's something that Matt Campbell will be able to talk to him about. But the fans can't let up here. The fans have to stay on board and at least do their part the rest of this season to show him that, even if we have a down year, even if we have a losing skid, because of what we've built, because of what we've done, the fan base is still behind us and it's still an elite atmosphere.
I think that's all fair because the one big sell Iowa State's always had is that crowd and that loyalty and all that. And I was talking with that TNT crew today, like, somehow it got brought up. JB was when I was talking to him because he was discussing how he watched the All 22, and he was basically like, I just don't see why Iowa State's offense isn't better. Like it looks really good, and then I look at the stats, and it looks really, because it is. They're just, when they get into that red zone, you gave those stats on Monday. It's like they're freezing. They're dropping passes. They're committing stupid penalties. And like the point that was made to me was that they could realistically win every game, and they could probably at this point maybe lose every game other than Oklahoma State. You would like to think that wouldn't be an option. But I think if I'm Matt Campbell and I'm looking at this, like this is kind of where they were, I know, last year when the Cincinnati crowd wasn't very good. And it was just like, God, like, we remember what this place was when we got here, and now like you're still in contention to play for a Big 12 championship, and like you guys are just gonna, we're gonna have this crowd after 2 losses. Like, what are we doing here? And this feels a little different, obviously, with the 3 losses. You're not competing for a championship, but I thought one of the best commentaries we've ever had on Iowa Everywhere was a couple of weeks ago on Murph and Andy, and Keith made I think he was talking about the Iowa-Penn State game when he said, like, if our only way to get satisfaction out of these teams is by winning a national championship, then we're always going to be mad. And like
you
that
can't
to
live
me,
that way.
Yeah, but that to me is like why I'm fired up for this game. You win this game and you go out and you're impressive regardless of what's going on there. Like, they can win any of these games. And it's like, if you can get to 9-3, even 8-4 would overachieve what Vegas thought you were going to do, right? I think it'd probably be a disappointment relatively for most fans. But I think all this stuff matters. I think it especially matters in the current situation where you need, just positive momentum with fundraising and all that stuff. They need to finish strong, even if it's not going to end with a Big 12 championship, which it's not. Finishing strong goes a long way into the portal, into raising money in the offseason, all that stuff. Campbell aside. But I think
Yeah.
your point is very astute that this all matters right now. It's very important.
It just seems like a big moment in time with the changing landscape, the tilted playing field with everything funneling toward the SEC and the Big Ten. And, you know, a lot of Big 12 coaches, including Matt Campbell, are going to have an opportunity to take a higher paying job where maybe it would be easier to get into the college football playoff. But at the very least, I think you want to be able to say that, okay, maybe we don't have as much money, but we are always going to be behind you regardless of our expectations. This is part of growing pains of a program that's been building. Like, in what time in history has Iowa State been sitting at 5-3 overall, and the fan base just wants to move on to basketball, or at least a vocal part of the fan base is ready to just move on and chalk this one up as a disappointing season? It never happened up until 2021 when Matt Campbell built it up.
Yeah.
In 2021, you have this season where you start in the top 10, and then it's extremely disappointing that you go 7-5. And it's sort of the same thing here. Now, last year, there was a little dip. You still had a lot to play for, and they ended up playing their way back and playing their way into a Big 12 championship game. You don't have that. But look, you only get 12 games.
Exactly.
Okay? And not many teams are going to be able to say we're in playoff contention or conference championship contention in November. And Iowa State's one of those teams that doesn't. But they still, again, as Noah points out in the comments, Iowa State could still technically get to 10 wins. You went out and you win a bowl game. One of the greater seasons in Iowa State history.
Absolutely.
So I do think it is important for the future of the program. If you want Matt Campbell to stay, if you want to give him no more reasons to leave, you've got to support and show up big here down the stretch.
I think there'll be a good crowd on Saturday. I think it helps with the noon thing.
I think it does too.
That
I think
Cincinnati game was a night game.
If this was a night game, I think it might be another story.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good crowd. And there's only 2 games left.
Yeah.
At home.
Mm-hmm.
It's this one, and then in 3 weeks it's the Kansas game. So you don't get many opportunities to do this. I would be surprised. I would be very surprised if it's not a good crowd. I don't know if it'll sell out. I feel like we probably would have heard that by now, but I think it'll be a good crowd, and I think it'll be a cool atmosphere. Matty Van Winks, what's the weather going to be like? I'm going to drink. Oh, yeah, we got the carbless. Both of us doing the carbless
I got
tonight.
the mango margarita carbless.
I have the vodka watermelon.
Oh, I almost went with that one. How is it?
Lovely.
Nice.
It's lovely.
Be a little chilly for carbless, but is it? I don't know. It's never too chilly for carbless. Delicious beverages. Go pick them up at your local Fareway. 50 degrees, about, maybe a little cooler than that. Maybe a little cloudy. Northwest winds, 10 miles per hour. How awesome would it be, too, if we had these sweet logos on the field? Sparky and football side. Big 12 keeps teasing these, old school logos this week.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why did the Big 12 tweet out the old school Big 12 logo?
They're celebrating 30 years of the Big 12.
Oh, okay.
So,
Chris, do you remember, is your first Arizona State memory that Jake Plummer game when they beat Nebraska? Do you remember that?
Yeah, let me think. That was in the 90s, right?
That was the Eric Crouch Nebraska team. Or no, that was Frost. I think Frost may have played for that team. Maddie, I might have you do a little producing here. It was Jake Plummer. And you know what I remember that game? That game was not even televised. We had to listen to that game on the radio.
What game wasn't televised?
It was Nebraska at Arizona State in 1990. That's just how college football was back there. And if it was on one of those pay-per-view ESPN things that the Williams house didn't get. And I remember me and my dad staying up past midnight listening to the Husker game when Jake Plummer beat whatever Nebraska quarterback. It was either It was either Frost or Crouch. I want to say it was probably Frost, actually. What year was that, Matt? You found it? Matt, you're muted.
2021. This was 25 years ago. So, yeah.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first, memory I have of Arizona State athletics in general. Maybe it was on television. Obviously, you have some highlights there, but we certainly couldn't watch it.
I think my first one was in the Rose Bowl with Jake the Snake. And I think it was that same year. It might have been. It was either that year or the year after.
You guys know I almost went to Arizona State.
No.
No.
That was my first choice, actually, for college. I got in, but it was just too expensive. But I almost went.
I have 2 cousins who went there. It's a very popular, and then of course the Murphs.
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, missionary Murph.
Yep,
legend.
Colin Murphy.
I have Iowa State winning this. I forgot what I sent Randy Peterson, but I have Iowa State winning by 10. I think it could be by more.
I picked Iowa State by 10 last week. I feel like I've gotten every Iowa State game wrong this season since the Iowa game, but I'm going back to the well.
I know
come on.
I feel like I'm giving the same read I had on BYU, but BYU's in such a different spot mentally and physically than Arizona State is right now.
Completely. The picks on IowaEverywhere.com. I've got Iowa State 24-10 over Arizona State.
All right, so I had 27-17.
Let's jump into the Wyckoff comfort zone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kick back and relax. 2 guys have entered the Wyckoff Heating and Cooling comfort zone.
This is the time of year where they're getting a workout because you got to have the heater on at night. And then by about 3 o'clock, it feels like you need the AC on. It's kind of going back and forth, back and forth.
I'm looking forward to it this weekend. I might finally get our first open the windows day of the year since last spring. First open the windows day. That's always big in this household. High's only 75 this weekend.
What's the humidity like right now?
None. No
really?
Humidity. None.
Good for you. What do you? Let's put the clones in the comfort zone. For peace of mind under your roof.
It's time to have fun playing the game of football again. I think these guys, especially Rocco Becht, have put so much pressure on themselves that they're not and haven't been having fun out there like they were earlier on in the season and last season. I think this is one of those games where, look, you're not playing for a championship, you're not playing for a playoff, but you're in front of your home fans. As N88 says, make football fun again. All right? Make Cyclone football fun again. I want to see a bunch of smiles. I want to see guys that are having fun doing what they chose to do, and not guys putting their heads down and worried about making mistakes. I don't want to see that. This is the time to embrace why you love the game of football.
I like that one. Good job. You're making everybody feel all warm and fuzzy. For peace of mind under your roof. No, I think especially the case with Rocco. He's clearly, we've seen him do really good things. It's just a confidence thing, and let's go and get that back. And who knows what happens. I almost feel like in a weird way they'll be really loose, and if they can win this one next week, you kind of have nothing to lose. You're going to be an underdog to TCU. They won't be favored in that game. And who knows? I'll be going off to Fort Worth for that one. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you really?
Yep. Going to do a book event out there on Friday night.
Heading to the Big D, huh?
Don't mean Dallas. Taking the kids. Kids are going on their first Big 12 road game. It's gonna be epic.
You are a glutton for punishment, man. I tell you,
Taking those kids.
You just can't ever relax.
You're right. It's a serious problem. I'm exhausted.
You can't. You won't just stay home. You won't just stay home and not do anything for a week. It's always something with you.
You want to? Fort Worth's not a bad flight for you. Come on, join me.
No.
You could stay
When
at
is
our
this?
Airbnb
Next week?
Yeah.
My dad's coming to Florida to visit.
Bring Dawn.
No.
Dawn can sign books with me.
You think my dad is going to want to go to a Cyclone game in Fort Worth instead of
No, honestly, I don't want
here?
Dawn there. Dawn's just going to. I was with my dad last night, and there are bad vibes. We need to get the guys together. Okay, we need to explain this is nothing personal.
What is your dad saying off the record?
I think his feelings are a little bit soured by
Really?
Dawn's Facebook post.
Wow.
Just like I'm like, Dad, you guys would be really good friends if you just met each other.
What? I didn't know that.
I'm like, Dawn's a great guy. He doesn't act like it.
I don't know what my dad would think when he hears that. Like if he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding around. Why is he upset?" Or if he's gonna be like, "Well, yeah, he's a clown.
I think that's how it'll be.
He's a Trump MAGA guy."
It doesn't matter though. If they got together, they would be like best friends.
I agree with that.
We need to just do it.
A fan appreciation party next year. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
Just
Yeah,
tell
you
Don
make it
not to
happen,
bring
and then he
the
shows
mud
up
butt.
and he's all sick. Won't
Just
shake
give them like
anybody's
a
hand.
photo booth with Mike and Don. People will love that.
Before we move on, so TNT Sports, so they'll have like a full pregame show. It sounds like, William. So is this all access Big 12 uncovered? Is that what they're gonna feature you guys on, or what's going on?
So it was really, really nice of them, but I don't even know how they found us. But they're featuring Cyclone Fanatic on this. So I spent a bunch of time with them.
I'll tell you how they found you. They asked me.
Well, this production company is different than your guys, though. So I've learned about this because I texted Matt earlier. Like Matt would have liked. So they hire this production company out of New York to do all the TNT does.
It is amazing how much more production TNT is putting into these games than.
There's a production crew of 5 people that flew in from Monday to Thursday and is doing nothing but producing this pregame show.
They have money to spend now because they're not using on Charles Barkley's salary.
Well, this production company that I worked with today, they did a documentary on Inside the NBA. Like when they ended that show, and like they're really good. Like I walked at their stuff, and it's just like, God, are you sure you want to work with us? Like it feels like it. But no, and then I was so impressed with that, with just everything about it, and I'm really holding out hope that the Big 12 can get a TNT basketball deal.
So make sure if you're watching from home, that's tuning in at 11 o'clock because that's when they'll start their full pregame.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. I just know that we're a decent part of it.
It says pregame: Champ Bailey, Takeo Spikes, Victor Cruz, and Adam Lefkar. Are they going to be at Jack Trice, or do they do it from the studio, Hassel?
They always do it from the studio.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And Gojo will be at the game. Cool.
Yep. Gojo says he wants to recreate the viral moment on the field that I had with Mark Freund. Yeah.
We can find. He could do it with Brend. He could just. I would love to see like Golick bullying Jake Brend, like physically. That could be really good.
What if Golick bullies Bloom? Oh. What if Golick picks up the Amish bench and slams it down on Bloom like a wrestler slams a chair on another
I don't know
one?
if he could do that. Those Amish benches are no joke.
Golick's a big, strong man.
I know he is, but they're flimsy because they're kind of, you know what I mean? It's an awkward pickup. I don't know if he could do it. Okay, let's move right along, and I would like to do our poor choices.
Are we not going to talk about Iowa?
No, we will. I want to do this because I want to do poor choices, and then we're going to work into Iowa. This makes sense because you brought up the Campbell thing. And this week, it's interesting because you mentioned there's no like real marquee games. There's good games, but there's no like massive 1 versus 5, like nothing like that. So the coaching carousel is just taking all the headlines this week because Brian Kelly gets fired. And so this happened earlier today, and I did not make this poor choice, but we can't do the show we do, which is 75% college football year-round, without acknowledging what happened today in the state of Louisiana. Where the governor, and I don't even know his name, I just know he's the governor of Louisiana.
Landry, I believe. Governor Landry
goes on the record and says that the LSU athletic director, Scott Woodward, that the governor is mandating that the LSU athletic director cannot pick the next head coach. Matt has a little bit of video from this. This is one of the most, college football is batshit crazy right now. We all know that. It's kind of why we like it. It's got that sick little, you just never know what's going to happen. The governor of it, I thought it was crazy when this guy tweeted this on Sunday that they need to, fire Brian, whatever that tweet was. He had a press conference today where he's, basically saying that we lost Van Winkle. Well, we'll get him back here. I don't know where he went, but he basically said that he would prefer Donald Trump pick the next head coach at LSU compared to Scott Woodward, because he's referencing when Woodward was at A&M with Jimbo Fisher, and now with the Brian Kelly thing, he owes $130 million-ish of dead money to coaches. This guy is clearly terrible at his job. He clearly is horrible at finding picks. And what's crazy is I kind of agree with him. Not necessarily on let Donald Trump pick the next LSU head coach. That's not what I'm saying. Matt, do you have the video here? He makes some pretty good points. Let's listen to this guy.
The first question is absolutely correct. We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again. And you know what? I believe that we're going to find a great coach. Maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you, we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that that coach is successful. And we're going to make sure that he's compensated properly. And we're going to put metrics on it. Because I'm tired of rewarding failure in this country and then leaving the taxpayers on the foot, to foot the bill. So, yeah, I absolutely. Who's that? No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it.
This is insane.
I actually kind of like it too, and I feel bad about myself for liking it, but that athletic director has been so bad. And you know what? He went on to make a couple more good points after that. I don't know how much of it you watched, but he pointed out the ridiculousness that is the fact that these coaches and these athletic directors and maybe even now players can all share the same agent.
That's
one
the best
agent
point
for everybody, and it's just of course these deals are horrible. The agents are controlling everything because they control everyone.
That was the best point that he made. We didn't get that far because it's a 2.5-minute clip. But he was saying, in the legal world, if lawyers acted like this, we would all get disbarred. I'm assuming this guy comes from a legal background. But I thought it was really good. So what does that mean? If the athletic director can't make the hire, is he fired?
I don't know. He mentioned the board of trustees, the supervisors, or what have you. I don't know, man. In some states, I dealt with this when I was covering some games in West Virginia. The governor in some states really does have a large hand in some of these football decisions, believe it or not.
Well, I had a good friend text and say, yeah, I'm sure Matt Campbell wants to sign up for something like this. And I was like, that's a decent point.
Oh, God. Yeah,
now, Matt's not going to get the LSU job, but you go to these giant-ass jobs, and all of a sudden you're dealing with politicians who are sticking their hands in the cookie jar and boosters, and he didn't really have to deal with any of that here.
Right.
So that is something. That's why I wanted to tie this on to the end of the Iowa State conversation. I know that guy seems a bit unhinged when you watch that, and there are aspects of it that most certainly are, but it's kind of like, can you really argue with what he's saying?
He's not wrong. I love what Iowa Meat Sweat said, that Brian Kelly's got to be jealous of his accent. 'Cause that's the accent Brian Kelly wants.
God.
Me and my family are so excited to be here.
Other than Dabo, is Brian Kelly not the most dislikable guy in college athletics?
I think he might be above Dabo for me.
Well, you're not a cock.
Yes, I'm not a cock. Just watching him, anytime anything goes wrong, they cut to him and he's screaming at an assistant or a player. It's never his fault. Never. And who knows where he ends up next, but that's going to be something that he's going to have to fight against, because I think there's a lot of people,
Did you ever get around to watching that Netflix SEC thing?
No, I don't think so. What
Dude,
Netflix SEC?
I mean, this is why, I don't think LSU should hire Saban. I honestly, I think that would be a mistake for what you would have to pay him and the buyouts and all. I don't, and I could be completely proven wrong here. Saban's maybe the greatest to ever do it. But Brian Kelly comes across in that thing like this mean, bitter old man who's completely out of touch with today's player. That's how I portrayed it, at least. It's none of this
seems like to me.
None of this really is that shocking to me, that it's just not working out now. I mean, you look at a lot of these guys who are having this success and popping up, and you can't talk the way they do or the way they did in 1999 to today's player. It's just different. So that's my poor choices with our friends at Toppling Goliath.
I got a care package.
Beautiful. I have one as well. It's upstairs. I didn't bring it down, but I'm glad that you got some down there, baby. That's that sweet nectar, Iowa nectar right there, Decorah, Iowa.
Got some pseudo Sue, and I've also got some Cyber Sue.
I haven't had the Cyber Sue yet, but I heard it's amazing.
Tell us what the Cyber Sue is. I haven't heard of that.
Cyber Sue is an India Pale Ale with Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, and hops. It's a 2-time Grand National champion. I got a really nice note from Sam from Toppling. Sam's a Hawkeye fan. Sent me a black and gold Toppling Goliath drink local shirt with a football on it. Thank you so much, Sam.
Okay, I'm gonna open mine and I'll share with what I wonder if Sam gave me a black and gold shirt too. I just haven't opened it yet because I just got it. But all right,
I'm gonna go long.
That's
just
cool.
on
Thank you
not
for
go
doing
long.
that.
I'm sorry. My poor choice. We'll go long a little bit later. My poor choice is thinking that the AP voters would actually rank Iowa this past week.
You know
thinking
better than
that they would watch the games and actually do that.
You were just gloating after the game, like Iowa's gonna be ranked.
I do think they'll be ranked in the college football playoff poll next Tuesday. I really do. But I that was a bad job out of me to think that the AP poll voters.
Bad job out of you.
But this leads us into our Iowa discussion, and everybody wants to know, like, when's this game going to be? What network is it going to be on? Is this going to be 11 a.m., Fox, Big Noon, or is the Big Noon crew going to be there? Or is it going to be a CBS game at 2:30? And they did the 6-day window thing, so we're not going to know until Sunday. I think that all signs point to Big Noon unless Penn State somehow beats Ohio State this week. If Penn State beats Ohio State this week, and it's very unlikely.
That's not happening.
They would go to Penn State for Penn State and Indiana. Or if Indiana loses.
Really? You think that would be a bigger game than...
If Penn State beats Ohio State this week?
I mean, yeah. I still think Iowa-Oregon's a bigger game, isn't it?
Well, you can't look at it as which game is bigger. We need to choose the bigger game because look at the ratings lately. Did you see the ratings for the Iowa-Minnesota game? Look, this stuff doesn't matter to me as a fan. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's two teams that don't get a good rating. If it's a good game, I want to watch it, all right? But the TV networks care, and they're the ones making the decisions. Iowa, Minnesota got 1.5 million viewers on CBS in the 2:30 time slot. Iowa State, BYU doubled that up in the same window on Fox. Indiana, Penn State would probably draw more eyeballs than Iowa, Oregon.
All right, let me challenge this. Is it possible that the big noon kickoff could be in Iowa City? Big noon game would be Indiana, Penn State, but Iowa would still get the pregame show.
No,
that's not possible.
No, because they would. Why would the big noon pregame go to a game that's on CBS?
Hasn't that happened before?
No. Big noon only goes to a game that they have. It's not like game day.
No, but what I'm saying is, couldn't Fox? Does Fox only have the one Big Ten game?
They get the first pick. CBS gets the next pick.
All right.
So if
I had that mixed up in my head.
If Big Noon doesn't pick the Iowa game, CBS is going to be happy to jump on that at 2:30. And there's part of me that feels like Iowa would have a better chance to win if it was at 2:30 because I know that stadium and that fan base. And they're gonna be fired up for 11 a.m., but there's no way you can replicate a 2:30 environment at 11 a.m.
I got to correct you because they were in Utah last week.
That game was on Fox.
But it was like a 9:15 kick, right?
Yeah, on Fox.
Oh, okay.
So
we're switching
if they've
league.
got the game eventually down the road that day.
Okay, yeah. We're making I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, my point was that it doesn't have to be the actual 11 a.m. kick game to be on Big Noon. You're just saying it has to just be a Fox game.
Because if Fox doesn't take it, CBS will. And Big Noon would not be there. Now, one thing that Iowa has going for it, if you want that Big Noon, and I think you probably do, you'll get all kinds of great content from those guys being on site. And Oregon would be kicking off at 9 a.m. local time back in Oregon. It's the fact that I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I told you I'm off my game tonight because I've been setting my alarm too early. I think it's 75 to 80% Big Noon and 20 to 25% CBS.
You still think Iowa's going to win?
I do.
Well, if it would be an 11 a.m. kick, that'd be a huge advantage for Iowa.
See, but I don't think the stadium would be as rabid for an 11 a.m. kick than it would be for a 2:30.
Give me the 9 a.m. kick for Oregon, though. Let's go.
Maybe that plays into it. I don't know. I just know that there is a difference in an 11 a.m. and a 2:30. Now, Oregon just got some bulletin board material.
Uh-oh.
They have the whole package. It's well funded, if I put it that way.
Phil Parker talking about Oregon's defense, saying
what didn't he learn with what Prime did?
It was Mike Gundy.
Oh, Gundy did it. Yeah. But he didn't like Prime either. Lanning will take that and feast.
Right. So that's the thing. So Oregon fans have been using that clip and like, you're going to end up in one of our post-game videos. This isn't good.
Fucking coffee can.
And Iowa fans don't get it because I don't think that they were aware of what happened with Mike Gundy. Mike Gundy said basically the same thing. Okay? And I don't think that Parker was saying that as a slight to the team or to Oregon or anything like that. But Dan Lanning loves using this kind of stuff.
Yes.
You mentioned Coach Prime a couple of years ago when Colorado went out there and they were nationally ranked and unbeaten, and Dan Lanning took that and he had that line, something about they play for clicks, we play for wins.
He's a psycho.
Yes, and then this year, Gundy says that, and then after the game, Van Wink play what Dan Lanning said after they beat Oklahoma State by 90.
I told our team right before the game that, it never requires extra motivation for an opportunity to go out and kick ass, but it never hurts when somebody pours gasoline on the fire.
That's all it takes for this guy to get a little morsel of bulletin board material to ignite his team. He thinks that saying that you have a lot of money to spend on your players is throwing gasoline on the fire. That's unhinged, but he gets it to work. It doesn't matter whether or not Phil Parker was trying to throw shade, because he wasn't.
No, it's not his style.
All that matters is how they
Gundy.
take it.
Phil Parker is not Mike Gundy.
Yeah, all that matters is how they take it. And Jackson says the clip was taken out of context. Again, doesn't matter. This is what the Dan Lannings of the world look for that edge, for that just extra edge motivation. He's done it many times before, and I guarantee you he's going to do it with this again.
Lanning just reminds me of the dude who just spends 20 hours a day in the office just drinking Red Bull all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just an absolute maniac.
Remember him after the Penn State win? I mean, it looked like people thought he was all coked up. He was jacked up from the win. His eyes were bulging out of their sockets. He was smiling like Jack Nicholson.
A little bit Ryan Day-esque when he started verbally assaulting Lou Holtz after that win.
I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now. I don't like that happened. I'm sure that Phil Parker had no idea that this was going to be taken in this way by the Oregon football program. But
do you think anyone has told Mr. Parker?
I don't. I doubt it's gotten to him. I mean, I doubt it. I mean, I'm seeing it all over my Twitter page today. But is that really going to get back to them? I don't know. It's certainly going to get to Dan Lanning.
Oh, Lanning's got some GA cutting that quote up and pasting it all over the locker room.
Let's hear it one more time.
They have the whole package. It's well funded, if I put it that way.
And I misspoke. I said he was talking about the defense. Obviously, he's talking about Iowa's defense facing that offense and all of the weapons that offense has.
Well, yeah, I think it's all good points, but we know that Lanning's going to use it.
He's going after the game. Jenny Dell's going to go up and interview him. He's going to be like, "See, gasoline on the fire, gasoline on the fire."
I need me another carbless.
I'm still going hard on the sparkling water. I've got the watermelon.
Well, I need me to.
I can't wait to break into this.
Some of the Steeple Ridge.
This Toppling Goliath tomorrow.
I need to pour a glass of the Steeple Ridge. Matt, can you? Hey, just Matt.
What do you need? What?
Matt, can you give a shout out to our friends at the Kaburski Brothers, please, real quick? If you haven't gotten your aeration and overseeding done yet, you're an idiot.
It would be my honor. It's always a great day when I see the Kaburskis hassle riding around on their riders there, spreading their seed all over my grass. I was looking at my grass. We had a couple, we had about an inch of rain the past couple days. Did wonders on that grass. They threw that fertilizer down a couple days ago. Oh, grass has never looked better.
Oh.
All right, I'm back.
What did you do? You poured yourself some.
You got
some.
Pop that
Steeple.
Oh.
Cheers to the freaking weekend, everybody.
Cheers to the freaking weekend.
Cheers to the freaking weekend. Let's raise our glass of Steeple Ridge bourbon.
Festival of Meats. Halloween trick-or-treating Friday night in the RV village. Kids are going to have themselves a hell of a time.
I don't think it's right what you do.
What are you
giving those kids multiple trick-or-treat weeks?
3.
That's BS, man.
It's why?
Because Halloween is one night, all right?
Not here it ain't.
Why would you do that to your kids? You're spoiling them.
It's a good time. If you had kids, you wouldn't let them trick-or-treat multiple times?
No.
Surprised you don't take your dog trick-or-treating.
We still don't know what we're going to do tomorrow night, whether we're going to lock ourselves in or take our dog somewhere to get away from everybody or just bite the frog and buy some candy and hand it out.
Just give the kids some candy. What the hell is wrong with you? Why can't you, for one night, for like 2 hours, you can't just put a smile on your face and be nice to these kids? You can't do it. You cannot find that within you to just buy a goddamn bag of Snickers and give it to the kids. It's fine.
Not that I can't do it. It's that I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do a lot of things.
I think you do. I think you want to do all the stuff that you do too.
I'm a liver. I live. I am going to die in my 50s, though. I also understand this. Like, it all works hand in hand.
What? Because you celebrate 3 Halloweens, you're going to die in your 50s?
No, I just do too much. Like you were saying earlier, I never relax. I can't, Chris. I can't do it.
It's unbelievable. Yesterday, I think that you're home just relaxing, and you're over in like Shenandoah watching some volleyball game 3 hours away.
Pretty painful loss. I don't even want to talk about it. All of my teams are losing right now. I haven't had one of my favorite teams win in like 2 weeks.
Well, I've got some good news from my side of the family.
Let's hear it.
My cousin, Mara, is on the Iowa women's golf team. She's really good. One of the top golfers at Iowa. She's a junior this year. And she was
Is she
out.
your first cousin?
Well, she's my first cousin's daughter.
Oh, okay. That's your cousin. Yeah.
She was out yesterday playing at Finkbine, where the Iowa men's and women's teams call home. It's a course that's really old. It's going to be torn apart this winter and made anew. She just got her first hole-in-one in what might be the last hole-in-one at that old course.
Ball was going right towards the hole. It is in. Could it be the final hole-in-one?
Oh, that's great.
Hole? This is a 7-iron. Yeah, about 150. 7-iron, 150. Yeah. Congratulations. How many hole-in-ones do you have? One now. Oh!
Yay!
It's great. I saw some foliage. I was leaf peeping there for a second.
Man, I thought about you last week. The leaves around Jack Trice Stadium are magnificent. Matt, have you been by Jack Trice?
Oh, yeah.
Leaves?
Beautiful when you're walking over the bridge. Beautiful.
It's, but no, Mara. Congrats
Peters.
to Mara. We need to get, like, we need to incorporate her into, we need to give, like, updates on how she's doing and stuff. I think it'd be great.
She shot a 29 on 9 holes in a tournament a couple of weeks
putt-putt?
ago. No, in real golf. It's insane how good she is.
That's awesome. Has she got, like, an LPGA shot, you think?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
That's really cool.
Well,
see, I mean, this is great because I love my nieces very much. I'm obsessed with watching them play volleyball. It's the most fun thing in the world, and I'm glad that you're I can see the pride in
well,
your
I'm not
eyes.
taking a plane up there and going and watching her play.
Let's do it.
With her. But
Let's do a 2 guys live stream just following her around. Like the Big Ten championships. Mora for par. Cheers to the week. I love Steeple Ridge Bourbon. They're an amazing sponsor. They've literally been with us since day one here, and we couldn't be happier to be and they make the best damn bourbon in the state. It is so good. This is my sweet mash rye. This is my second bottle of it. Getting this thing sucked down. Maddie, what do you... so, yeah, I'm going to be up at Trice. We got the Festival of Meats. And then I'm really excited with the noon kick because I'll be done with work, and then Cooper and I plan to sit in the camper and we're gonna binge the live betting.
Oh, it's music to my ears.
Yeah, we'll be locked and loaded, buddy.
All right.
What are you doing, Van Winkle?
I can't wait to watch this broadcast. Hassel keeps hyping this thing up.
You guys are gonna love it.
Can't wait.
Yeah. And
watch this pregame show.
Pregame, halftime, postgame. They do a great job. It's gonna be better than anyone else does Big 12 football, bar none.
All right, let's dig into some of the other games going on and do our game day men's health top three.
Get up. It's game day. Chris Williams and Chris Hassel take a look at this week's best games, powered by Game Day Men's Health.
Let me guess. 0-4 Penn State can't win a game at the number one team in the country is your game of the week.
Oh, I get to go first?
Yeah.
On Monday, you're like, what's it gonna 0-7, 0-8? What's it gonna take for you to say that Penn State is a bad team?
If they're 0, because they're probably gonna be 0-5, and then they're gonna lose next week to Indiana. They're gonna be 0-6.
I'm telling you,
when are you gonna be like? When are you gonna say they're just not any good?
Mark the tape. They are gonna win one of these next two games against Ohio State or Indiana. They are gonna beat one of the top two teams in the country.
I will take the odds and say that they're not going to. What do you want to bet?
So, this will be rolled back in a couple weeks. It'll be one of our poor choices.
All right, here's the deal. Let's make a bet. Okay? If I win, you have to fly and go to...
No. I'm not. No. Dude, they're a 20-point underdog.
Back it up, big guy. Back it up, big shot.
I'm not betting you that I'm going to come to some book signing event for you.
No, I want you to come to like a NASCAR
one of your
race
nieces in a dirt track.
No, I want you to fly to Kansas City and go to the NASCAR race with me in camp next May.
Oh God.
If I win, you're going to fly me to Miami and I'll take you to the F1 race.
Those are both terrible. what do I get?
It's just,
you're going to make me go to a race either way? Jesus.
All right. What do you want to do? What's something that would be good for your...
I just want the satisfaction of being right.
What can I do to fill your cup?
Stop talking crap about the number 21 ranked team in the FPI.
They're 0-4.
Penn State
soon to
at
be
Ohio
0-5
State.
and then 0-6.
I am really interested in this game.
Matt, pull up Penn State's schedule. I want to see realistically when they might get their first win. I'm dead serious. I swear I'm not being a dick.
I think it comes next week against Indiana. I really do. I think they're going to beat Indiana next week. I don't think they'll beat Ohio State, but I think they'll beat Indiana.
Will they win, honest to God, at Michigan State on November 15th?
Stop it. Yes.
Swear to God. They lost at UCLA.
I think they're going to finish the season.
They were a 24-point favorite and lost.
They're going to finish the season with at least 3 Big Ten wins. Maybe 4.
You're insane. This is a poor choice.
This is a top 25 team we're talking about.
This is a Toppling Goliath.
Had an 11-point lead at Kinnick Stadium at night against one of the hottest teams in the country. So Penn State, Ohio State.
Whose best win is against Minnesota.
That's my first game of the week. Number 2. Oh, you love this one. Texas Tech at Kansas State. Really interesting spot. Baron Morton is back. He is going to
but
start.
They don't have a
Texas
backup
Tech.
now.
Don't have a backup, so Morton's got to stay healthy. Kansas State is above 500 in conference. They've won 3 of 4. They're playing their best football in, I don't know, a couple years probably at this point during this stretch. This is going to be a really interesting game, and if Kansas State wins, that might knock Texas Tech out of the Big 12 race with 2 conference losses.
I still think they're really good, especially with Morton. But the problem is he gets hurt every game. And now they're down to a third-string guy when he's out. This breaks my heart because I was really rooting for Texas Tech this year, but I'm very bearish on them right now because they get – who is it next week? BYU. Tech has BYU next week. Morton better stay healthy. If Morton stays healthy, they can do anything. Mm-hmm. If he's not, they're not a playoff team with that. Hammond could not have looked worse really against Arizona State, but he had been functional in these other games. Like, it was like, fine. Who knows what they have as a third string? Like, you're not spending NIL dollars on your third string quarterback. So, like, I have no faith that Morton can stay healthy. I would put the odds of them not making the playoff at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cooper sent us that parlay he's got for this week, and I'm like, huh. He had Texas Tech in it on the Moneyline parlay, and I'm like, God, that one makes me nervous. I could totally see Kansas State winning this.
Same here. And for my next one, I'm going to the Big Ten.
Oh,
Can Nebraska finally beat a ranked team?
Favorite game of the week.
28 straight against ranked teams. They've got number 23 USC coming to their place. Blackout. They're wearing basically the same uniforms Iowa State wore last week. They look exactly the same. And they're 6.5-point dogs to an SC team that has a great offense. Can Nebraska keep up? I don't know.
Back to our last conversation. This is a funny. Grant Barron says, Williams desperately wants to hang out with his friend. Hassel would rather sit at home and DoorDash Outback. It's a story of our friendship.
Yeah.
Chris, I love you. Say it back.
Oh, I love you too.
Thank you. All right, my top 3 games. My favorite game is USC at Nebraska. For what it's worth.
Is it really? That's your top game. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry
I stole that. I've been in Western Iowa a lot. I was with my old algebra teacher, Mr. Cole, last night. His daughter is one of the stars of the Clarendon volleyball team. Shout out to Maddie, fantastic player. And he's a huge Nebraska fan. And all my buddies who are Nebraska fans over there are heading to Lincoln on Saturday night. And they are fired up for this game under the lights. And it kind of like, I don't root for Nebraska, but Nebraska football means something to me because where I grew up. And Tommy Frazier and Brooke Behringer and Lawrence Phillips and all that stuff. Like, it just was a part of my childhood. So I'm excited to watch that game.
All right, well, you can't take it. It's my game.
Vandy at Texas. What an interesting game, right?
Yeah.
The little engine that could. Vandy at the big, bad, mighty Longhorns, who, arguably going into the season had the best roster in college football, one of the top 2 or 3 for sure. And then you have Vanderbilt that just keeps winning. They're kind of like BYU. They just keep winning these games, except at a much higher level against better competition. So,
Arch Manning is still in concussion protocol, by the way.
Okay.
I mean, I think he makes it out for the game, but he's coming off his best game in that comeback against Mississippi State.
I hate putting 2 SEC games in here, but there's just not a lot of great depth in this week's schedule. I got Oklahoma at Tennessee. That's a good game.
Playoff eliminator. Both of these teams
that's a good
are
point.
6-2. Loser's out. Loser goes home.
And then the best Big 12 game of the week would be the second best. Tech at Kansas State would be the best. But then, I just bumped into Lane Danielson, former Cyclone, tonight, and he asked me what I thought about the game. And he's like, 2 of our 3 losses, Chris, were to teams that are 15-1. I forget that Cincinnati's that good this year.
Yeah. They've won 7 straight.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to talk about this in my locks coming up in the next segment. But this is interesting nonetheless, is Utah is an 8.5-point favorite over a Cincinnati team that has completely overachieved this year with a really good offense. So, let's see what they got. A huge test for the Bearcats.
Why is everybody saying that I dyed my hair? I did not dye my hair. Sometimes the lighting is different. Look at this. There's no dye in the hair. I've got gray hairs over here. You can see gray hair. I don't dye my hair, okay? Stop giving me shit.
The salt and pepper looks sexy. The ladies like it. See?
My wife noticed my grays on the side here this week.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with gray hair.
Just lean into it, boys. We're no spring chickens anymore. Matt, what's going on at the Iowa Event Center these days?
Oh, you saw this week,
yeah,
right?
We're going to the rodeo.
Little Cody Johnson.
Went to his show the last time. It was amazing.
Yeah.
What's he sing?
God, you always put me on the spot.
You can never name a single song
that
any of these people sing.
The painting,
you
the
got
painter.
A dream.
Yeah.
Take it.
Take it while you got a chance.
I don't.
Hey, you know what Flack was telling me on All Access this week? Did you know he just had surgery on his eardrum?
Flack did?
No, Cody Johnson.
Oh.
They were worried about this concert not happening, but I guess he's all good. He's going to rest up and hit
You
the
know
road.
those eardrums it'll make you like not have your balance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When I had scarlet fever, my eardrum burst. It was horrible.
Ooh. Well, these tickets go on sale next Friday, 10 a.m. HyVeeTix.com. It's going to sell out for sure.
He's a good performer. He talks to you in the middle of the songs and like it's good stuff.
I think we're going to get Duke up for this concert too.
Of course we are, Duke. Man, there's a good country show. Duke will be there. Hell yeah. All right, Game Day Men's Health brings us our top 3 games of the week. It's time now for the most popular segment on all of Iowa Everywhere. Locks. I actually don't know if it's the most popular, but it's my favorite to do. I love doing it.
It's been your best segment up until last week.
All right, here we go. Well, I'm anticipating Arch plays, and I'm also in the Vanderbilt thing. They're a really good team. Man, they've been on a brutal stretch, just getting pounded on night after night after night. I got Texas.
They're like a witch's titty.
Yeah, I was
just getting pounded on.
I was thinking about you in college.
What? I should go as my college priest for Thanksgiving or for Halloween this year.
People are asking. I did get scarlet fever. It was horrible. It was the worst 7-day stretch of my life. I thought I was going to die.
When was this? Was this during COVID?
No, this was before COVID. It was while I was doing radio with Ross. They missed it. It started this strep and it turned into scarlet fever. And you want to talk about just horrific pain? We'll have to save that for another show. Horrific. I just like Texas to win this game at home, and it's more to do with Vanderbilt. Like, they can't keep the schedule has been so hard for them. Texas just outlasts them at home. 1.5. I like the Longhorns. Dude, why is Florida State favored by 10 against anybody? I don't give a shit what your power ratings say. This team is quit. Wake Forest is decent. Like, they're not great, but they're a very capable team.
They just beat SMU.
I will take the 10 points in Wake Forest in Tallahassee. I don't need to know anything about Wake Forest. I did a little look. The injuries are fine. Florida State's quarterback it doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. You blindly bet against Florida State when they are laying 10 against anybody in a league game. They can't. They're barely. What was the Mike Norvell record against ACC teams that we saw? It's like 2-14 or something like that the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be favored by 10 against anyone, let alone a competent program. I'm going to take Nebraska at the 6.5. I'm picking the Huskers to upset USC.
Money line?
Money line.
Oh man, they might storm the field if they win that game.
Well, here's my thing. Like, you've watched them a lot, and I think most of our audience has. They've played in so many of these games that are hyped up, right?
Yeah.
And they always fall flat.
Mm-hmm.
Always fall. Eventually, they have to win one.
You would think.
Bye week coming up. Yeah, they got a bye after that Minnesota loss. Travel for USC.
Well, they played
night game.
played Northwestern last week and
Oh
won by
wait,
7.
I'm sorry. They did play that. This place is going to be hot. If I get 6.5, I want.
It is going to be hot, but I mean, do you trust Dylan Raiola to score with USC? I don't know.
I'm taking the 6.5, and then my last one. I'll go to the Big 12, the old bread and butter. Feels like Utah. I've thought this for a while. I just think that they are by far the second best team in the Big 12, and that's assuming Texas Tech when they're rolling without the quarterback injury. Cincinnati's got to go west. Late night game. Maybe Cincinnati's like a little bit of the BYU thing where none of us can quite believe that they're as good as. I don't think that they are though. Like, I watched Iowa State play one of the worst half of defenses I've ever seen in my life, and still almost win that football game in Cincinnati, however many, like a month ago or whatever that was. I think Utah, I don't know if they blow them out. I don't think they're going to do what they did to Colorado, but I think they win the game by double digits. So I will lay the 8.5 with Utah at home against Cincinnati.
Drag them all over your face. All right, here we go. I've got, 5 locks this week.
I love your picks, by the way. I texted you when you sent them over, and it was straight eggplant emoji.
Well, I'm with you on one of them. Texas minus 1.5 against Vanderbilt. I don't need to say any more than that. I'm surprised you're with me on Penn State plus 20.5 at Ohio State. As bad as you think the Nittany Lions are.
Just like, again, just answer my question with a straight face. Like, what do they have to get to 0-8 before you're like, yeah, they're bad?
They won't get to 0-8. I'm telling you, they're winning one of these next 2 games. Penn State plus 20.5.
They better, because if not, you got to go to the races with me.
No.
But, buddy boy.
Why is SMU a 10.5 point home underdog against Miami?
Sleepy 11 a.m. kick with that one. Did you see that?
Did you know this is the first time Miami has left the state of Florida this year?
I saw that today. Yeah.
SMU's not... They're not what they were last year, but they're well coached. They're not bad.
Hey, to my point, they just played. I think you said this actually.
Wake, yeah. They lost to Wake on a last-second field goal.
And that was a really close game. To both of our points. So yeah,
that was their first conference loss of the season. They're ahead of Miami in the standings, and they're a 10.5 point dog at home. Give me SMU.
I like that. Love this next one.
Texas Tech. Bad spot at Kansas State. Give me the Wildcats, who are playing great football right now, plus 7.5 at home, as they have completely rebounded from their horrific 1-3 start. And another Big 12 game.
Love this one too.
Baylor is only laying 4.5 at home against directional Florida.
I'm gonna do something for you. They're now a 3.5 point favorite, so I'll give you a point. You want the point?
That actually scares me. Yeah, I'll take the point.
I'll give it to
That's
you.
what it is right now. Give it to me. That actually scares me that it's going the other way.
That's why I had this one on my list and I took it off.
Is Sawyer Robinson hurt?
I don't know, but I saw that and I pulled it off of mine because mid Florida is terrible. But
what the hell was that?
It's my watch. I
Did
bought
you
my
just
watch.
ass dial somebody?
Siri started talking to me. I like these picks. I think you have a real chance to go 5-0 this week. Although the Penn State one, I don't know. Like that one seems.
Siri doesn't
Sprinkle the Penn State money line.
Jeez. Matty Van Winks, Matty Van Locks.
Oh boy. Okay. I liked a few of Hassel's too. I did take one of those. I was tempted to take that.
I hate one of yours, but I think the rest are pretty good.
Okay, which one?
I would play Oklahoma in the field goal.
Okay. I like Tennessee at home. I think they're the far
great
better
home
team.
field advantage. No,
yes.
No question.
3 points. I'll take that. West Virginia. I picked against West Virginia last week, and it bit me.
Yeah, they covered some. But they have a backup quarterback that's playing for them now that's playing better.
Man, I still like Houston, though. The 13
Willie Fritz.
Love me some Willie Fritz. All right. North Texas Navy.
Oh, God. Here you and your
okay. Remember what happened last time I did North Texas USF? Took the under.
Yeah. You're a disgusting person,
You
Matt.
took the under, and they scored like 120 points.
I think every over-under I've picked for locks this year has not hit. So this is it. This is my winner. North Texas and Navy are two of the highest-scoring teams in the country. It's crazy.
They're two good teams. There's only one loss combined between the two.
Yep.
Navy's unbeaten.
Great game. And then I love that. I love the Kansas State plus 7.5 against Tech. I might take the money line, too. I might take a money line.
Sprinkles.
Boy, it sure feels like Tech is now the team that we all kind of thought they were going to be, doesn't it?
And then their backup's out for the year now, too?
Kansas State. I mean, Kansas State is.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said the wrong team there.
They're figuring it out.
We are dropping these locks all over your face.
Let me I'm going to sprinkle a few other, just see what you guys think. I kind of like Arizona 4.5 against Colorado. Colorado sucks.
Where's that game at?
Colorado.
When I looked at that line when it came out, I thought it would be more than a touchdown.
Yeah, me too.
But then you go back. The last time they played at home, they beat Iowa State somehow.
You and Bloom were talking about that on the Sunday pod, and that one stood out, didn't it?
Yeah, that stood out to the other one I would consider. I had this on my list is Iowa State, Arizona State under 48.5. I just doesn't it feel like Mauser, like the way they're running the ball.
It doesn't feel like Arizona State's going to score that many points.
No,
Sims.
Exactly, and it kind of is like if your quarterback's struggling, do you want to go out there and throw a bunch of crazy stuff? I mean, don't you want to just get the running game going and then use your tight ends and let Rocco kind of get back going? I don't know.
But what if it's one of those games where Iowa State puts up 40?
It's possible.
They just totally break out of it.
Yeah, I pulled those off, but I think I like your Baylor mid-Florida one probably the most.
Can I go long?
I would love it if you did.
I want to go really long.
It's time to go long with Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
All right, give a shout out to these guys. The end of the year is a big time where people start to plan for the next year, and I would like to I want to plant the seed. I want to plant the seed for our friends at Wealth Charter, my buddy Tim and his great staff, because they can do all your finances under one roof. You don't have to screw around with, I got an accountant here, I got a financial planner here. No, you don't need to do that. You do it all with our friends at Wealth Charter. What are we going long on?
Okay, I want Matt to play the clip I sent him, sound full, and I want everyone to try not to laugh.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
That's a hell of a crank.
You guys have got to do something about that crank horn. It was just comical. The thing, the podium is moving all over the place.
Matt, pull up the Texas Tech guy. Pull up the Texas Tech one.
Can just get a sturdier podium so it's not rocking all over the place? What is that noise? Like, that doesn't even sound like the Cyclone siren that they use. It sounds like something you'd use at like a clown uses at a kid's birthday party.
I will say it works a lot better in Hilton Coliseum. I see what they're doing here. They're trying to do like the skull chant, like that. You know, there's always like a former Viking that will come and blow the horn, and like the Chiefs have like a guy who starts the drum. I think that's what they're doing here.
I get it, but like, you got to improve that or get rid of it. That's just.
That the rickety,
and like AJ Klein's a strong man.
Well, AJ's about ready to break that podium that he's on.
You got to.
You have to ramp into it and then let it go. Ramp into it, let it go. You can't just go full send.
Well, how do you know that? And how are these people? It's the sound of it that gets me. Like, you can't hear any of the crowd. It sounds like you're at Happy Joe's for a kid's birthday, and they turn that siren on and the light, and it.
You know what they need to do? They need to have like a monitor on the scoreboard, like how high does the crank horn get, so people can like cheer it on. Like, come on, come on, come on, come on!
Well, they got to do something.
Matt, did you find the Texas Tech crank horn guy? The guy's like jerking off the
Texas Tech. It's not a crank horn. That's just a crank. He's cranking himself. And it's that's what Dan McCarney looked like when he was doing the crank horn earlier this year. He looked like the Texas Tech bell ringer.
Yeah, he did. And I remember when this was happening, when AJ was out there, I said to Aiden, I go, that is one hell of a crank.
What does it sound like in the stadium? Does it sound like that? Like comical like that?
No, not really. It just sounds like an air raid siren. Like
that does not sound like an air raid siren to me.
Well, isn't that what that is?
It's some kind of siren that is not an air raid siren. I don't know what.
Well, it's a crank horn air raid.
I think it's you got it from like What's the place that has all the knockoff stuff?
Temu.
You got it from Temu.
Look at this guy.
That's a bell, not a horn, but still. You
Do
get
it.
the
Play
idea.
it. Play it. I want to see him go. I want to see him crank. Yeah. Everybody's muted. Can anybody hear Hassel? What in the hell is going on here? I can't hear anything. Hassel got you pulled the plug or something like that.
Check your plug.
Check your plug. No, you're still muted.
Hey, this will give me a good chance to talk about our friends at the Iowa Wild.
Yeah, let's hear about. We got
Hawkeyes
Spooksgiving coming up.
Hawkeyes.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, November 1st, Iowa Wild hosting Tucson. First 1,500 fans in the building are going to take home a packable trick-or-treat bag. They're going to have trick-or-treating throughout the concourse. Just another chance to get the kids out for some trick-or-treating if they didn't get enough on Friday. So
Yeah, more trick-or-treating the better. We buy these costumes, and these kids deserve to wear them as much as possible.
my daughter's been Anna from Frozen like 4 times this week. So,
and then I also want to remind everybody that our Freedom Tire locations in Altoona, Ames, Des Moines, West Des Moines, Urbandale, we've got the sale going on right now where you can get $100 instant rebate on a set of 4 Goodyear or Cooper tires or a $50 instant rebate on Kelly tires. That's a hell of a deal. Looking forward to getting those tires refreshed before you got the bad weather. Do we have Hasselback? No, we still don't hear him. It's unbelievable. We literally brought the crank horn up and it has killed Hassel's microphone. This is an incredible deal. Now I can't hear you, Matt. What in the hell are you guys doing?
The ghost, man. I'm telling you, it's the ghost.
We did have a fun Halloween episode with Mackenzie from Overthinking earlier this week. If you guys want,
that was a ton of fun.
Really all right, I think I heard you there, Hassel.
No, it's me.
All right, just unplug your mic and talk through your computer. You'll be fine. You can do it for the rest of the show. It's seriously okay. Because I wanted to hear this. Hassel put this on the rundown. He claimed it was an unhinged CW pod. Chris? No, we don't hear you. Matt, you're just going to have to finish the show with me.
I can do it. I mean, Hassel, just go into your settings and change it to your computer mic if you can't hear.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do that. I don't think. Go to your settings on the computer and change it to your computer microphone.
I'm just gonna sit
Bam
here.
Woke, do you
just
have
sit
him
here
on
and wait for
mute?
him. No.
Did you put him on mute?
No.
Are you
It
positive?
wasn't me.
What about now?
Oh,
Yes.
okay, there we go.
Yeah, we got you.
What the hell?
I don't know. What'd you do?
This is how many shows have we done? 500?
A lot
this
of
has never
shows.
happened.
Same
We've
mic
done a lot
from
of
day
shows.
one. Maybe you need a new mic.
No, I was throwing it around like AJ was throwing around that crank horn and it broke it.
Yeah, I was in the
And then
I was in the stadium.
size-
I heard this. It was
Size
yeah.
jacking him up.
But listen to the end. See how it goes? It kind of ramps down. And you got to ramp it back up.
You can't try to save it. It sounds terrible. It sounds like me right now.
Let's do a spook. Well, real quick. You didn't like this week's CW pod?
What?
What?
You didn't like it?
Who are you talking to?
You, Hassel. You said it was unhinged.
Well, you're an
Ignorant.
idiot.
Look at this picture.
Did Aiden do that, or was that Eric Herman, or who?
Probably
who did-
Eric. Probably
that had
Eric.
to be Eric, that son of a bitch.
You were talking about how you were so obsessed with the Bible that Y2K was going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
How does that even correlate?
I thought it was a sign of Revelations back then. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Oh.
Your
I mean, that was-
grandmother called you the P word, and that's what snapped you out of it?
Yeah. I mean, it did. She was very, Grandma was very rough with me.
The one thing that I found to be the most ridiculous was that you were talking about haunted houses and like spirits attaching themselves. And
yeah, that's not, they're not. No.
You said basically all you have to do is change the carpeting in your house and the spirit will go away. If it's the spirit's haunting you, the spirit's in the old carpet. If you put new carpet down, the old spirit will go away because it doesn't like the new carpet.
It can work the opposite too, because the spirits can be like put down, and because they're spirits, they're not of this world. And sometimes it's like you want to redo the bathroom, and that spirit that had been asleep for 100 years can reappear because of the construction.
Last Wednesday night, after my wife and I watched the final episode of Task, because you let us end the show early, we went to bed at the same time. And I was sitting there thinking about you believing in ghosts. And then I started thinking, and I was like pissed off. Like it pissed me off. But then I started thinking about Tim Dwight saying that he was penetrated by a ghost. And I got, you know, when you start laughing when you're not supposed to, and you can't stop. I was laughing uncontrollably in bed for 20 minutes, and my wife was so pissed.
The ghost who came inside me.
That's your next book, William.
Hey, so that happened at Farrar, right, Williams?
Yeah.
So
Dwight was penetrated in the principal's.
So I was doing a little digging last night. Did you know
that's where the ghost got inside Dwight, was the principal's office?
Yes. Did you know that some like viral YouTubers bought the Farrar school last year?
That old lady sold it. Yeah.
Oh
She
yeah,
sold
to these douchebag teenagers who just like make these ghost videos.
Seriously.
Yes, and they rent it out for tours and stuff now.
God, I read an entire book about the Farrar School, and there's a haunted. It's a janitor and a principal.
Yes.
The janitor is nasty.
Yes.
And the principal is pretty nasty as well. And I guarantee those sons of bitches are pissed that these kids are in there trying to exploit their spirits.
When is this thing happening with you and Spopker?
Sam
We're
and
working
Colby.
on it.
Sam and Colby, that's the name. Check it out.
Van
You
Wink
keep
says
saying
this-
you're working on it.
Well,
I can't wait for
we're
this.
We're lining up dates with we got to have Van Winks with the infrared cameras.
I'm ready. I have it right here
English.
next to me. I'm ready. Let's go. I got
My guy
microphones.
English sent me. I'm ordering a ghost box where you can see when they're talking to you.
The EMF, or what do you call
What
it?
do you mean you can see when they're talking to you? What are you talking?
It, like-
What does that even mean?
When
I got our microphones ready, Williams. I got the camera. Let's go. Let's get it lined up.
I'm just worried that Sipker is going to ruin this thing.
Why?
See, I think you're all wrong about you. You say that, well, you know, you have to take these ghosts seriously, or else they won't penetrate you. If you're like, oh, I don't believe this. This is so stupid. They won't go inside of you. Shouldn't it be the opposite? Like if if Sipker's like taunting ghosts, like there's no way this is real, man. Wouldn't that ghost want to just take him for a ride?
The last thing I want is that ghost to penetrate me, because I know, like, Tim Dwight's a strong man. Like, I don't want that. See, that would terrify me, to have the spirit inside of me. That would be horrifying. But I don't think it'll happen to me. Like, I just don't. Like, I don't think the Vikings will ever get to a Super Bowl, and I don't think I'll ever be penetrated.
To come inside of you, why do you consistently go and seek these ghosts out?
Because I need to experience something that's not of this world.
But it is of this world.
No, it's not. Like, It's not.
You're not leaving this world. You're here.
No, the spirits are. They're in between. They're caught in between, Chris. How do you not understand this?
Dude, you gotta do this. I want to see it. I really do.
Oh, it's happening. Like, we're just figuring out which haunted house we're going to go to and when we're going to do it. I think we should do both, to be honest with you. We have a couple of invites.
Let's go. I want to do it tomorrow.
We got Van Winks, the professional journalist,
This
award
should be
Emmy-winning photographer, Maddie Van Winkle.
This should be the exercise that gets Mr. Hassel and Mr. Williams together. A Don and Mike ghost hunt together.
They're just in the back talking about who was better, Brad Banks or Seneca Wallace. Did you hear Mackenzie was saying that her old house was haunted?
Oh yeah, my dad's wife claims her house was haunted when she was a kid.
I was like the most haunted state, you said, right?
Mental illness is real.
And the thing is, though, like, mental illness generally leads to spirits. A lot of these ghosts are mentally ill.
Yeah, I could see why the mentally ill would be believing in that sort of thing.
Well, it's going to happen. And I think we could create an entire wing of Iowa Everywhere where we do these hunts.
A ghost wing?
Dude, I want to go over to Erling. Over my guy Pat Hoffman that's where The Exorcist happened. I want to investigate. I want to go to the Villisca Axe murder house. There's so many of these haunts. All
Again,
over
I will use our friend Eric Murphy's greatest piece of ghost hunting. What's the word for it? I don't know. Ghost hunting is not true. Logic. You can tell my brain's working really well right now. When he said, I will believe in ghosts the first time that someone actually gets kicked in the nuts by a ghost.
Dude, Villisca Johnny...
If ghosts are real, why has no one ever been kicked in the balls by a ghost?
Johnny Hauser got thrown up against that locker in Farrar. Tim Dwight was penetrated. Like, what else do you need, Eric Murphy?
We need someone to get kicked in the nuts. Did you see the video of the guy that was on TikTok that was searching for ghosts? And
no, I don't get on TikTok other than our page. I
He
go and
was
see
searching for-
I see what our dudes are putting up there, and that's it.
he was searching. I'm not even going to continue because I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not going to say anything.
Why?
Because it's not appropriate.
Well, what? I mean, come on. Really?
It involved a glory hole, and it was something went in his mouth. It's too much.
Speaking of that, Meat Fest is coming up on Saturday.
Oh.
My wife is making hot dogs that look like fingers, like cut off fingers.
Why do you want to make your food look as unappealing
Seriously, they
as
got
possible?
fingernails. They look like chopped off fingers. And they are hot dogs, and she's got it all planned out. She's making all sorts of blood meats.
But you said it's all breakfast meat because the game's early?
Yeah, we're going to do
so
all...
what, like sausage?
We're going to have chorizo.
Going to have a bloody, veiny sausage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to Fareway and Bondurant tomorrow. My guy Jeremy's going to hook us all up with breakfast meats. And then we're going to have all sorts of sausage. We're going to have some ribeyes to go with the eggs. It's going to be lovely.
I really thought this show was over when my microphone broke. That was like 20 minutes
This
ago.
is maybe the longest show we've ever done. We should probably end it.
I think we should too. Good
Hello.
God.
Dude, Penn State is not winning one of the next two. This is going to be great. This is going to be an epic poor choice. I'm sorry, you got to come to the NASCAR race with me. I just want to be your friend, Chris. Maddie Van Winks does a phenomenal job of producing. God bless you. We are presented by Fareway Meat and Grocery and the Channel Seed Studios, and we will be back on Monday. We've got Legends and Listeners, a fresh episode coming up on your Thursday here on Iowa Everywhere.